We have been talking about the power of Jesus Christ and have already been taught that Jesus had the power to create from nothing, had the power to know things before they really happened, had the power to be everywhere all the time, had the power over nature, and even had power to forgive sins. Now, according to the witness, Jesus had this supernatural power because he was God. But apart from the evidence from his power and authority, do we have anywhere in the Bible Jesus is addressed as God? This is our question for the day to the witness. Please follow me as I engage the witness.
Welcome, friend.
Thank you.
I knew you were coming.
Yes, and I always appreciate these moments together with you.
Now, going to your question now.
Yes.
One such proof that Jesus was addressed as God and actually accepted the address is in John 20:28.
It says, Thomas said to him, "My Lord, my God."
Now, I guess then that answers your question.
Maybe not. Did Thomas say this out of excitement? You see, sometimes people exclaim, like we always doing, "My God!" Was this not what was happening to Thomas here?
Or perhaps then we follow the story and see whether this was the case. Now, earlier when Thomas was told by the other disciples that we have seen the Lord, he doubted. And he said, "Until I put my fingers in his nail marks and put my hand at his side where the spear went through, I will not believe." So with this knowledge in mind, with this knowledge, Jesus comes in, sees Thomas together with the other disciples, and he says, "Thomas, come." And when Thomas comes, he says, "Now, place your fingers, so feel the marks of the nail, and put your hand at my side, and also feel where the spear went through." And now Thomas, now perfectly satisfied of the reality of the Lord's resurrection, says to him, "My Lord and my God." Meaning, he's not exclaiming like you're saying, like, "Oh my God," no. He is addressing him. And even the Bible says, he said to him, "My Lord and my God." Meaning, you are the very same person, my Lord, whom I have been his disciple for these 3 years. I have now seen you. You are my God. You are my Lord and the sender of my adoration and my worship. You see, the resurrection sort of gave Thomas and the other disciples the fullest proof that Jesus was really God. So actually, Thomas is only confirming what he now knows. You are my Lord, you are my God. But he's not exclaiming.
Well, I'm still not convinced that this is not just an exclamation from a disciple who never imagined he was going to see Jesus again. You see, Thomas knew Jesus had just gone. So,
of course, yes, Thomas is surprised because, of course, he was not believing that Jesus was alive or had come back to life. There is no doubt about that. But this is not all. There is evidence that this was not just a mere expression of surprise or astonishment. Thomas did not just exclaim, and even the Bible says Thomas said to him, not Thomas exclaimed. Those are two different things.
Okay.
Again, we also see that Jesus did not reprove Thomas for using an improper language like, "Why are you calling me Lord and God? I am not. I'm just your teacher. No, but he was quiet. And he was quiet because Thomas had said and addressed him the right way. He was God. He was Lord. And of course, no godly man would have allowed such a language to be addressed to him without a rebuke. For example, when Barnabas and Paul in the city of Lystra, they had done some miracles, and the leader of the temple of Zeus came along and wanted to sacrifice. They brought bulls and they wanted to sacrifice to Peter and to Paul and Barnabas.
Yeah.
Now Paul says, why do this to us? We are not gods. We are just mere people. We are just people like you. They wouldn't allow worship, because worship only belongs to God. And they wouldn't allow even the people in Lystra to call them gods, because they were not.
Yeah.
But Jesus allowed Thomas to address him as God, because he was actually God. One more example. You see, not even an angel could and will allow worship, because worship only belongs to God. And there is one example in the Bible, in the book of Revelation. After John sees all these visions and God shows him everything, he bows down to worship the angel who was showing him the things. And the angel says, why worship me? I am only a servant like you. Worship God. Now, with all this in the Bible, and with the knowledge of who Jesus is, why would he allow other people to worship him and call him God and Lord if he were not? See, it's impossible.
Yeah, he would have told them otherwise, maybe.
Yeah, Jesus would have actually rebuked Thomas and say, you are using the Lord's name in vain. If you were just exclaiming like, oh my God, no, that is misuse of the name of the Lord, and it is written in the Old Testament, the Ten Commandments. But Jesus didn't. Why? Because he accepted that he was God. Yes. Now, in conclusion, therefore, there are several reasons why Jesus would allow people to call him God and worship him. One, of course, a liar can do that. A liar can say, I am God, so worship me, or call me God. And we have had many people in the world who say, I am God, I'm Jehovah.
Yes.
Even in this country.
Even today we have many prophets like
the
this.
Second thing is, he would have, if he were a lunatic, somebody who is Basak, would say, I am God, worship me. The third, if he were an idol, because people make idols and place them on the table, like say, this is my God, worship my God, and start worshiping the same thing they made from wood or stone. But the third one, or the fourth one, is Jesus allowed this because he was God, because we don't see any evidence of Jesus being a liar, not throughout his life, a liar, a lunatic, or an idol. But he allowed to be called God and to be worshipped as God because he was really God. Now, why we do not have any slightest evidence for the first three, that is, he was a liar, a lunatic, an idol, there's every evidence to show that Jesus was actually Lord and God, worthy of all our adoration and our worship.
You see, these are not easy things to understand.
Of course.
And I am always struggling to get what you say. So I only wish maybe you can have some more time so that we can get some clarifications from these issues here.
You're most welcome.
Thank you.
Come again next week, time like this, and we will continue discussing.
Thank you.